I'm going to start with you, Chris. I did read that you got interested in wrestling at a young age, but when did the singing come into it?
I was probably more into music at a young age than wrestling. I've been playing in bands since I was 13 years old. So, I wanted to be in a rock band and I wanted to be a wrestler. Those were my two goals and dreams when I was a kid. And here we are. I made it happen.
Not to mention actor and podcaster.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun too. A lot of those things, though, like it's great to have a podcast because it gives me something to do during the day when I'm on the road. Because there's a lot of free time when you're playing and when you're gigging. So it gives me a chance to go and work on the podcast when you're sitting, in a venue parking lot for 8 hours.
Yeah, and it seems like you don't have a spare minute to even relax. The minute you're not doing one thing, you're off doing another. Do you ever take time out?
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's been a busy few years for me with a lot of stuff going on. Obviously, with Fozzy blowing up and going through the roof, there's a lot of touring that needs to be done and a lot of other cool opportunities kind of coming up as well. So, like I said, we have a lot of work that we've done to get to this level. And if you want to get there, you got to go out and get it. But you got to make those sacrifices along the way. But I do take time to relax. We're taking more time in the future for sure. But for right now, we're just working hard because that's what's demanding of us after all these exciting things that have been going on.
Yeah, you've got a really bad reputation as a wrestler, but then musically, people just love you. I've shown your videos and music to people who say, don't show me that, I don't like him, but God, this is so good.
Well, I mean, it's different roles that you play. Actors play different roles, different parts, and it's the same with me, career-wise. But they're very much similar. I mean, live forms of entertainment that you really have to commit to, and you really have to, sell what you're doing to the people that are watching. And if you can connect with the fans, you'll always have good gigs and you'll always have a career because people like to know that they can, share and relate to you. If you can do that, like I said, you'll always have a gig for sure.
Well, you are definitely a role model of how to entertain people because you do such a great job. And you guys are about to head down to Australia for the Judas Rising tour.
Yeah.
Have you toured Australia before?
Yes, yeah, we've been there 4 times before. This is the first time we've been here since 2013 now, so we're very excited and we're waiting to come back for a long time.
Yeah, and a Judas Rising tour. The album, It's amazing. Do you have a favourite track off the album personally?
I mean, there's a lot of good ones on there, but I love Burn Me Out, Elevator, obviously Judas. We play all those songs live and they go over really well. I think my favorite song out of the ones that we don't play live is probably Wordsworth Way or maybe Capsize. But, it's one of those records we wanted to make it where, if we lived in a world where the record company wanted 4 or 5 or 6 or 8 singles, we could give them that. And I think that's why the record's so powerful. It was all written together with me and Rich and our producer Johnny Andrews with that goal in mind. We want to make a record that has 11 singles on it. No fillers, no songs that are just okay. Every one of them has to be a possible radio single. And when we went into it with that mindset, it ended up working out that way. And
yeah, it definitely is. I mean, you've got one song that's got rapping and stuff in it.
Yeah, 3 Days in Jail. Yeah, that's something that we've always had kind of that sort of interest and relationship with hip-hop music, and we've had raps on our songs before. And the song just really felt to us like it needed that sort of an element to it. And we like that. We like keeping people guessing with our music and always doing something differently and doing something that people might not expect. And when we do that, it kind of keeps people on their toes and keeps people guessing and keeps people excited about the music that we're making.
That's it's kind of funny that's the track that the rapping is in, because what I remember from that track, which I loved, was like the heaviness of it. It's the heaviest track on the album, and you're actually growling and stuff in it.
That's not me. Rich Ward, the guitar player in Fozzy, is a great growling vocal.
Oh, right.
So that's him. And that's another thing. We've always had that element in Fozzy as well. So, like I said, there's some vocal diversity within this band that we very much take great pride in, for sure.
I'll be honest, I had not heard of your band or your music career until this album came out last year. And I did interview...
Well, that's good. I mean, now you know.
Yeah, and I love it, I got to say. And I did interview Richie for the album.
Right on, yeah. I mean, like I said, I think this record's done a lot for us. Definitely took us to the next level, and it's something we're very proud of, and we're planning on really continuing the momentum and capitalizing on it in as much as we can.
Yeah, awesome. And it is the Judas Rising tour, and you are, of course, starting it in Auckland on the 7th of November. And then you're in Australia Friday the 9th of November in Melbourne, Saturday the 10th in Sydney, Tuesday the 13th in Adelaide, and Wednesday the 14th in Brisbane. So you do have a couple of days off down there to go to the beach in Sydney.
Yeah, well, Australia, when you play there's always a lot of traveling involved because you have to go via airplane. You can't really do a bus like you do in the States. But, there's a couple of days off, and that's cool because we don't usually get a lot of days off. And to be there in Australia, we're going to have a great time. We're really looking forward to it. And like I said, great people. It's a great rock and roll country. I'll even try and do some scuba diving when I'm there on one of the days off. And just really kind of reacquaint myself with one of my favorite countries in the world for sure.
Yeah, is there something that you would like to say to your fans to get them to come out and see you? I mean...
No, it's people that have seen us. Like I said, we've got a great fan base in Australia. It's a high-energy show. It's always a lot of fun. It's rock and roll with a smile. We don't have a problem doing things and going out of our ways to make sure that people have a great time. We take our music very seriously, but we don't take ourselves very seriously. And we always enjoy the time that we spend on stage and enjoy the time that we spend in Australia. Because, like I said, it's been a long time since we've been there last. Last time we were there, we were touring with Metallica. Then we toured with Steel Panther. So it's going to be, it's our first headlining run there in a long time, and we're really, really excited about it. It's going to be a show that you do not want to miss.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. 3 days in jail, do you perform that during the show?
No, we don't. We rehearsed it a bit. It wasn't really feeling right, but we got plenty of other good songs that you're going to love.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I guess you're playing some of your fan favourites from your old albums.
Yeah, I think at this point in time, we played most of the material is from the last 3 records. Those are the songs that people know the best. They go over best live. But we still have a couple gems from our earlier years for sure. So we want to make sure that everybody leaves happy, whether they're an old Fozzy fan or whether they're a new Fozzy fan. Or whether they've never even heard of us at all. They will leave a Fozzy fan. Yeah.
I will tell people... Yes. Then I'll finish it up. Silver, because I wish I could talk to you for an hour, but they won't let me, will they? Silverbacktouring.com.au Foztralia for tickets and details. Fozzy Rock on Facebook, your website fozzyrock.com, and you are Chris Jericho on Facebook.
We got them all. So We're looking forward to it, and we'll see everybody in November. It's going to be a great night of rock and roll, and we're super, super stoked to come back to Australia.
Awesome. Thanks.